the power of resistance is so key. Um, More than anything else, what keeps a person going in the midst of adversity is having actually a sense of purpose. It is the fuel that powers persistence. There are some little things that make the big difference when it comes to these things, okay? So, first of all, I want to help y'all with a 4-step action plan of achievement to keep some stamina and some resilience when you're in the face of failure or facing failures. There's nothing worth achieving that comes easy. Okay. The only way that you're going to be able to do some things and achieve your dream is to cultivate some tenacity as well as some persistence. I got to tell you that to be true. These qualities can be learned partly by developing the habit of following through actually on your commitments when you don't even feel like it. Have you ever been at a place where you ain't feeling something, but you committed to it, so you got to go ahead and live and push that baby on through? That's what you're going to have to learn how to do. But watch this. But in creating and cultivating these qualities, you're going to have some type of strategy. And I'm going to give you 4 of them. Okay. The first one is purpose. I want you to write that down. Purpose. And you're going to have to find one. Okay. You're going to have to find one. More than anything else, having a sense of purpose actually keeps you and keeps a person going in the midst of adversity. It is really the fuel, as I said earlier, it is the fuel that powers persistence. Always bear in mind that your resolution to succeed is more important than anything else. Identifying your momentum and identifying your mountain, your purpose to life, for you to actually work, for you to do something meaningful is very powerful. Every day, I see people climbing the wrong mountain. And I've seen people that do some things in their lives that don't have any type of deep purpose whatsoever. So sometimes you got to ask yourself, just what is it that I'm doing? What is it that I'm doing? Because if you're purpose driven naturally, then you probably have some type of innate in it, let me say it that way, sense of direction that helps you overcome adversity. But if you don't, you're going to find yourself always needing some help. And let me help you. It's nothing wrong with getting some help, but don't allow the help to do more than what you're actually supposed to be doing. So I'm going to help you with some steps real quick to develop some type of desire. You got to get next to people who possess great desire. You can't be around shake a tail feather people in this season. You're going to have to be around some people that really have some strong desire. You're going to have to search for a goal that excites you. And then you're going to have to make sure that you can visualize yourself enjoying what it is that you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, you ought to get out of that very thing right there. Okay? You got to disconnect from the status quo. You can't just go along to get along. And if you follow just these little 4 things that I just gave you, you'll understand you may not immediately find your ultimate purpose, but at least you're starting in the right direction. This is ever so important. Abraham Lincoln said, always bear in mind that your resolution to succeed is more important than anything else. So number 1, you got to have purpose. Number 2, you got to make sure that you remove excuses. So with excuses, you got to eliminate them. So number 1 was purpose, find one. Number 2 is excuses, eliminate them. Okay. Effort only fully release its reward after a person refuses to quit. I want to tell you right now, you can't be walking around always with an excuse. Looking sad, bad, mad, and ugly. Halloween comes October the 31st. You don't need to wear a mask every single day. Everything is not always so. You can't always walk around, woe is me, I'm undone. You can't always walk around playing the victim. You can't always walk around saying everybody else did some things to you. You got to make sure that you eliminate excuses. Excuses are only as good as the people that make them. And I'm telling you, you're going to pull your hair out if you're always complaining about somebody else and not looking at you. No matter how many opportunities that you missed, no matter how many mistakes that you made, stop making excuses, and you're going to have to learn how to bite the bullet. Take responsibility for it yourself and just keep on trying. I'm telling you, you'll live a lot longer. It may not feel better, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes you just got to go low. So, yes. Sometimes you got to go low for yourself to go high. Sometimes you got to know how to play it. And sometimes you just got to be able to make that thing happen. Number 3 is incentives. You got to develop some. Nothing helps a person remain tenacious like good incentives, okay? That's why companies use them, because they believe that if they give you some good incentives that you'll do better. Perseverance is not a long race. It is, in fact, many short races, one after another. So if you give yourself worthwhile incentives to win short races, it will attain the long-term goal for you. So reward yourself. Hear me very carefully. Reward yourself after you reach a goal. Amen. I believe in that. Amen. When I complete an assignment, amen, I do something for myself. Amen. Something small. Amen. I can't afford to do a lot of big stuff. Amen. Amen. So I do something small to appreciate. I sit back to enjoy the labor of the reward, the reward of the labor in which I've done, or I'll do something for someone else. I reward myself. Here's another thing that I do. I include other people. Let me tell you why. Because when I include other people, it increases accountability by making the achievement more enjoyable. So other people, they benefit of what it is that I accomplished. Did you hear what I just said? So when you choose to operate with some incentives, hear me, what you choose to do is really up to you, but match the incentive to a goal, okay? Just as a person won't reward a child just for finishing his vegetables by taking them to go to Disneyland, don't make the rewards too big if it was not fulfilling to the objective. All right, and here's number 4. Determination. Cultivate it. All right, cultivate it. To develop persistence over the long haul, you have to cultivate inward determination on a continual basis. All right. And I believe that when you learn how to be a determined individual, you will inspire yourself as well as inspire others, those that have failed, to get back up and try it all over again. The difference between a little shot and a big shot is that the big shot kept shooting. Did you hear what I just said? Some of you right now, you give up because you miss one big basket. You got to keep shooting until it falls in. Amen. And you got to just continue to make sure that you want to grow, you want to build, you want to get to the place where you need to be, and realize that you are able to become that success in which you need to become. So I want to give you a couple of things, and I promise you I'm getting ready to help you, and I promise you I'm getting ready to let you go. All right? I want you to write this down. Realize that there is one major difference between average people and achieving people. There's one big difference. Amen. And I want you to understand something. Average people, they only do to get by. Average people are people that just say, hey, you know what? This is all I'm going to do. That's it. That's all. You got people that are average that say, you know what? I'm going to work from 9 to 5. I'm not going to try to learn no system. I'm not giving them no more time than I need to get. But when you are an achieving person, you'll go beyond. You'll go the extra mile. Amen. You'll go the extra mile of the way, as the old Baptist songwriter said. You got to make sure that you understand that there's a difference between average and achieving. And some of you right now that's watching me, you got to take this pill. You got to take it. Amen. You got to stop being average. You got to want to become greater than where you are right now. You got to want to say, I want to achieve some things. Amen. If you don't have no goals, you ain't going to have no desires. And if you're allowing capital to stop you from what it is that you're trying to have, you might as well close shop now, because it ain't going to happen. You got to just trust God. You got to believe God for the increase in the overhaul. And if God gave you the idea, God's going to give you the tenacity and the drive to make it get better than where it is. Number 2, remove you from the failure. Hear what I said? Remove you from the failure. Remove you from the failure. Let me help you. You are not a failure. You are a victor. You are a survivor. You are an overcomer. You are a person that went through and you broke through it. You gotta say, I'm removing me from the failure. That's a Facebook post for y'all today. Remove me from the failure. Matter of fact, you write, remove you from the failure. That's what I want to say to you today. Remove you from the failure. Quit saying you're a failure. Quit saying because your mama ain't got nothing, your daddy ain't got nothing, your sister and brother ain't got nothing. We grew up in the projects. No. You are not the sum total of what your previous generation was. Remove you from the failure. I don't care what it looked like. You may have had a bad day yesterday, but you can dust yourself off and try it again today. You all heard me say before that I don't have a A, B, C, D, F day. I either have a pass or a fail. And I make sure that in them days, I make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do. And if I fail that day, I fail that day. I don't pass every day. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't pass every day. I don't make everybody happy every day. I don't appease everybody every day. Matter of fact, I don't make myself happy on some days. But I had to learn how to take my negatives and make them become positives. So I wanted to remove me from the failure. All right. Here's another one I want you to write down. Take action and reduce the fear. Take action and reduce the fear. Let me tell you right now, nothing beats a failure but a try. You're going to have to take some risk. You're going to have to step out. You're going to have to just believe that this is what is to become. And I'm telling you right now, your greatest victory is looking in the face of fear and failure and say, I overcame you this day. Did y'all hear what I just said? You gotta get to the place where you understand that you take action. Quit looking for your mama to take action. Quit looking for your daddy to take action. Quit looking for your pastor to take action. Quit looking for your children to take action. And everybody doing something but you. Learn how to take your own action and you'll reduce the fear. Okay? Here's the next one I want you to write down. Change your response to failure by accepting responsibility. All right? Change your response by accepting responsibility. All right, change your response to it. Change your response to failure. I'm gonna tell you right now, I had to take a responsibility for everything. You hear what I say? Let me say it again. I got to take responsibility for everything. See, people like seats, but they don't want responsibility. I've been talking about this for weeks. See, you can't talk about that you are a supporter of the vision, but you don't do the underlining things that a visionary and support is supposed to do. See, the problem with a lot of us is that we don't want to accept the responsibility. We'll accept responsibility for everything, but what we should accept responsibility for. So you got to get to the place where you say to yourself, you got to change your response. See, when I was following my leaders, even when I didn't agree, I did it. When my leaders told me, look here, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to have happen. This is what you're going to have to see happen. I did it. I didn't question it. I didn't argue it. I didn't misalign my priorities. I did exactly what I had to do. And I accepted responsibility as well as accountability because I realized that nobody's going to do anything for me. And I have problems, and y'all pray for me. I have problems with people that always want handouts and want everybody to do everything for them, and they do nothing for themselves. And I'm telling you, you have a whole bunch of jellyback alley cat preachers and leaders and 5-4 ministry gifts that sit up and let everybody do everything for them, but they won't do nothing for themselves. You got to accept some responsibility and do some stuff your own self. Quit looking for everybody else to do something for you. Let me tell you something. My mother was my rock. I love my mother. But guess what? When I was in the 8th grade, my mama told me, if you don't like my rules, you can get up out my house. I went to go live with my brother, and I did not live with my mother from that day. Did you hear what I just said? And then guess what? And when my eldest brother passed, and he went and he transitioned from labor to reward, my mother came to live with me. And guess what? I took care of my mother until my mother passed. And my mom, yeah, she did some things for me, but guess what? I did a whole bunch of plenty things for her. And watch this here. Neither could my mother say that she gave me a trip, she gave me a cruise, or she bought me a car, or those type of things. She didn't do that. I accepted my own responsibility that I'm driving it, I'm putting the gas in it, and this, that, and other. And even if I had a car right now, let me tell you, in my car, if the people riding in my car, I wouldn't ask them to put no gas in my car. Did you hear what I just said? Because it's my car. I'm going to get around whether or not they in the car or not. The gas going to be used whether or not I'm in the car or not. And if you got to ask people for gas money when they do something for you, what kind of friend are you? Amen. Let them offer you the gas, not you tell them, well, you got to give me gas money. Amen. And that's the problem with people. Everybody wants something, but don't nobody want to contribute anything. You got to accept responsibility for your own self, your own rights, and your own stuff. Amen. And I promise you, you will man up. You're a woman up with the moment you quit looking for everybody else to do something for you. Amen. I would rather, hear me very carefully, I would rather eat dung before I ask somebody for something that was smeared in my face. Did you hear what I just said? Because I'm at a place in my life where I don't want nobody to feel that they did anything for me. If I know you paid for something, I'm going to give you your money back. Amen. Now, you may not give me my money back, but I'm going to give you yours back because I accept responsibility that is mine. And when I accept responsibility that something is mine, I have to take care of it. Amen. So here's one I want to give you right quick. Say goodbye to yesterday. Say goodbye to yesterday. Say goodbye to yesterday. Some of y'all right now keep holding on to the past. I realize something. It has not been my first rodeo with people. It has not been I had to learn how to let some stuff go. Yesterday is in the tomb. And you can't go back to yesterday. You can't go back to yesterday. And I've learned humility and I've learned maturity. So I learned that. I don't get all up in my feelings about stuff no more. I laugh at certain things now that I hear, that I see, that I seen and unseen. Things I heard and that you think are not being heard. You'd be surprised how God will allow me to hear a whole conversation and I'm in a whole nother region. Because God has got me to the place that yesterday is gone. And until I learn how to quit harboring resentment and bitterness towards people and a whole bunch of animosity and all that, yesterday gone. Now, you can hold on to that if you want to. But guess what? If I can go to bed at night, it didn't bother me. The moment something bothers me and I can't sleep through the night, it's something I got to deal with. Amen. So I just realized that. And I learned that you can tell the truth in love. And you can keep smiling and keep on going. There are some people that are so confrontational. And I'm always lately I've been on the defense when it comes to people that have conversation that they want to share, things that they won't say, because I realize that there's a whole lot of stuff. Amen, that I now have to defend myself over. Amen. And I'm innocent as charged. Amen. But guess what? I'm finding out that the punishments are not they are not conducive to the crime. So you got to be very careful that when it comes to that. All right. Here it is. I got a couple of more and I'm going to let you go. Amen. Because I gotta finish packing my bag so I can get out of here. Change yourself and your world will change. Amen. Change yourself and your world will change. You first got to change you. Quit trying to change everybody else. Quit trying to change everybody to like what you say, like your opinions on stuff. Let me tell you something. 95% of the people, they don't like half the stuff that I say because it does not agree with what they wanted to hear. Amen. So now I'm learning and I have a new thing now. Everything that I'm telling you, when I know that they're confrontational, everything is going to be yes. I'm not going to argue with you because I had to learn how to change me when it comes to dealing with my interactions with people. And I'm learning my world is changing because God keeps opening up some new things for me when I change me, when I change my negativity, when I change my attitude, when I change my view or my perspective on things. And I had to learn that because, see, it depends on how you look at the lens when you flip it. So you got to understand everybody has a different lens. Everybody looks at things a different way. You got to understand your way ain't the only way. So because it's not the only way, you got to understand that nobody has to agree with your opinions and what you view. But don't ask me my opinion if you don't want to hear it. So I had to change my vernacular and how I talk. I've learned how to change the way that I view things. I've learned how to change the way that I even accept things in my ear gates because now my world has changed. All right. Here's a couple of more and I got to let you go. I pray that y'all don't get mad when I give y'all this one, but it is the truth anyhow. Here it is. Get over yourself and start giving yourself. Now, the numbers are getting ready to drop now. As I said that, get over yourself and start giving yourself. Some of you right now are so full of pride, and you need people to keep blowing smoke up your butt. You need everybody to try to tell you something. You need everybody to say something to you. You caught high on your own supply. You so busy. So many people done told you that you so fine that you don't even realize your attitude is what's making you ugly. Your disposition is what's making you ugly. So you gotta understand. You gotta get over yourself. I'm gonna tell you real quick. I have an accountability base. I don't care how great y'all think I am. I got people that's gonna remind me, dude, bring it down a notch. Amen. And I'm that way. I'm telling you, get over yourself. Amen. I'm telling you, you can miss me with that ugly praise. There you go, right there. Some of y'all just did like that, right there. Ugly praise. Just there you go. So get over yourself and start giving of yourself. Amen. Let me give you this one. Find the benefit in every bad experience. Find the benefit in every bad experience. There are some lessons to be learned in bad experiences. And it's what you choose to deal with in the bad experience. I learned so much from bad things. I preached a sermon a couple of years ago. Why do bad things happen to good people? Why does this keep happening to me? And this is because you have not learned from the bad experiences. And I'm telling you right now, those of you that's listening to me, those bad experiences are going to cultivate you to become better than where you are right now. All right? I got to let y'all go. I promise I got to let y'all go. Work on the weakness that weakens you. Please write that down. I promise you, if you ain't learned nothing else, you learned this today. Please write this down. Work on the weakness that weakens you. At the conference I spoke at Friday night, I said, you got to know your own kryptonite. Have you realized what your own kryptonite is? Have you realized what your limitations are? See, a man will not know his strength until he's recognized his weakness. Y'all miss what I just said right there. You better know your weakness, because you'll never maximize your strength. One of the greatest thing that I learned about me, I learned what my weakness was. I learned that my biggest strength is my biggest weakness, that's heart. And people will get to it, they'll play with it, they'll manipulate it, they'll hurt it, they'll beat it, they'll scar it, they'll break it. And I'm telling you now, you gotta work on the part that weakens you. Now, I'm not saying to go turn into the person that just come a bulldog and just automatically just tell people, no. I'm not saying that. But you gotta know how to curtail that thing, to know how to give people a limitation. And let me tell you, once people hurt you, and those of you that's watching me, I pray that if I say this statement that I'll get a bunch of hearts or I'm gonna get some frowny faces, one of the two. When somebody hurts your heart, you must admit it never be the same from that point, even if you forgive them. But here's the last thing. Even after they hurt your heart, they lose a piece of you. Am I talking right to somebody? If I'm talking to you, I want you to put a heart up right there. Amen. I'm telling you, it never be the same. And it's a part of you. It's a part of you where they lose that part of you. And I'm telling you right now that I had to work on that part. I had this song and I said it Friday night. I can't make you love me and I can't make your heart feel something that it won't. So if you don't love me, you just don't love me. Amen. And I love you enough to let you be than to love you enough where it's hurting me. Y'all ain't saying nothing. So I've gotten to a place where I have removed myself from situations. I remove myself and I'll put a wall up to where I let the wall fall. Amen. Then now I got to build that wall back up brick by brick, layer by layer, line by line, because I realized that my biggest strength has been my biggest weakness. And that's always been my entire life. It's been my entire life. It's been my whole thing, because I've always weakened myself to my own weakness. And I kept eating the same kryptonite when I knew better. Did you hear what I just said? So you got to understand, and that's in ministry, that's in personal, that was in work relationship, that was in business relationship, whatever it was, because that's how I was made. I was made to be congenial. I was made to be lovable. And see, I grew up Baptist. Maybe y'all didn't grow up Baptist. They told us if you live right, you treat everybody right, love everybody right, honor everybody right, everything will be all right. And that was the biggest lie that they told me in the Baptist church, because I found out the more I love these people, the worse that they hated me. Amen. I'm telling you. So you got to get to a place where you work on your weakness that weakens you. You got to work on that. You got to work on that. And when you work on that, I'm telling you, you're going to be far greater than you could have ever been in your entire life. Listen, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I pray that I said something to help y'all on the day. Amen. I pray that y'all have an awesome Monday. I hope that y'all have an awesome Monday. I pray that y'all have an amazing day. Amen. I gotta go get some kind of rest. The apostle is tired, y'all, and today Robbie Peters is gonna get him some rest. Did y'all hear me what I said? Amen. I gotta realize I gotta get some rest. I thank God for an amazing time that I've had in the Delta. Always an amazing time. I've always had an amazing time did when I come to the Delta, and I got to get ready to go home. Amen. I've already got a whole bunch of calls. Don't leave, but I got to go. Amen. So y'all pray for me. Amen. And tomorrow I'll be back on Thursday and Friday. Thursday I'll be on. Friday I won't be on. Amen. I won't be on Friday. And I probably won't be on Saturday either. So I need y'all to give me a few days to kind of refuel, rejuvenate. Amen. I'll be posting a little later today some stuff, but I need y'all to let me have some time. Yes, I got the revelation of rest, and I thank y'all so much for praying with me on that. Lady Joanne, I'm going to give you a call. I got to make some business happen with you, okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for taking your time listening to me. Spread the word if you can. If this video helped you, please spread the video around and broad, okay? Love y'all. Have an amazing and an awesome day. Go with God. And knowing God as I do, he surely will go with you.